It's just inches deep and it's crystal clear. And so bonefish are oftentimes spooky and skittish, and they have to be. Howdy from Texas, this is Heath Hipple with Bugs Fishing, and today we're going to talk about bonefish and specifically why you should bring a light action rod on your next bonefish trip. So this is a conversation I oftentimes have with customers who buy bonefish jigs from me. One of the first questions I have is, do you have a light action rod? And here's why I ask that question. Number one, bonefish eat small bait. I'm going to show you some bonefish flies here in just a second, but they eat small bait, and that's why bonefish flies are small, because they're imitating what bonefish eat. And that's why we made bonefish bugs, the jigs that we sell for bonefish, that's why we made them small, because it imitates what those bonefish eat. Classic bonefish flies, like Crazy Charlies basically. And so you can see how small they are. And so these are going to make a really small splash. These are a profile of some of the little shrimp or bait fish that bonefish eat. And this is where we got our inspiration on when I designed the bonefish jigs, like the bonefish bugs. And so these are two examples of 1/8 ounce bonefish bugs. This is called the bitty bug. It imitates a small crab. And this is called a loco bug. It imitates a small shrimp. And this loco bug was directly influenced by Crazy Charlie. I designed and we manufacture small profile bonefish jigs to match what those bonefish are eating, and it just helps to have a light action rod. And the fly fishermen use these small flies, and for those same reasons, they don't make much of a splash. They imitate what bonefish are eating, and that's where we got our inspiration for the bonefish jigs. It helps to have a light action rod to be able to cast these light jigs that we make. And like I said, they're small and they're light because that's what bonefish eat. Another reason will be illustrated by this picture that you will see from a customer of mine who recently went to the Bahamas. You will notice that water is just inches deep and it's crystal clear. And so bonefish are oftentimes spooky and skittish, and they have to be because, they exist in an environment with really shallow water, and they have to be able to protect themselves. They have to be able to swim away really, really fast. That's what makes them so fun to catch of that initial run when you hook them. But bonefish can be skittish and spooky. Another reason to have a light action rod is to be able to cast those light jigs that will make a small splash and won't spook the bonefish. And that water is also very clear. And so with that light action rod, you'll be able to cast a bonefish bug that is light, that won't spook them, it looks alive in the water. And that's why our customers are so successful on their bonefish trips with our bonefish bugs, is because the jigs that we sell for bonefish are light, they're small to imitate what those bonefish eat, they look alive in the water, and they imitate what bonefish eat. I highly recommend you bring a light action rod on your bonefish trip so you can cast small jigs. And that doesn't mean you don't bring a medium light or other stuff, but having a light action rod is super important. And that's why it's one of the first questions that I ask our customers when we talk about bonefish jigs. Bring a light action rod. And be free, be wise, be blessed. Catch you later.